and I went on my phone, obviously, and
Yeah.
I'm on Facebook, and I see some commotion and shit. I'm like, what is this? And it was a live stream that somebody had, and it said Stone Mountain. It said, protesters invade a Klan rally, basically.
Yeah.
Over in Stone Mountain. I didn't know this guy was there.
Yeah, I was there.
And I watched the whole fucking thing. It was wild. Like, it was like, people were people were getting pretty
intense.
aggressive, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, before the cops came
intense.
and stuff. They were like tackling each other and screaming, you know, a lot of the N-word and a lot of, you know, it was wild.
Jesus.
Yeah. But so you were there. You were
I was
in
there.
the fucking nitty gritty.
Yeah, it was intense. Like at first, because the Stone Mountain Park closed down the park because they were like, we don't want anybody coming in here. Like, we don't want any like violence. Basically.
This is about what time? What time did you get there?
I got there I had to get up early
Yeah.
because it's an hour drive from where I live, which is Athens, and I got there at about like 8 o'clock, like 8:30, and it started at 9, and I stayed there until about like noon, and it was intense. And so because they had
When you first got there, you guys meet up, I'm assuming.
we met up like at downtown,
Yeah.
like downtown Stone Mountain, like in
Yeah.
the square. They had like the streets closed off, and all of us were in one area. There, as far as like counter protesters, there were about like 400 of us.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was a lot. And as far as like the racists, there were about 50 of them.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
A
Makes
lot
sense.
less.
How about armed?
They were armed.
Because I saw all of them were armed.
Oh,
for
we
damn
were
sure.
armed too, though.
And I did see, yeah.
We
I've seen a
had
few.
we had a security force.
Yeah. Was it what was it? The Don't Give a Fuck Coalition or whatever? No fucks given.
I don't know. No.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
That is a thing.
NFAC or whatever? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's them. I think I know that they're
shit was
like
wild, yeah.
anti-fascists.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
they were
yeah.
armed. They had some shit.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
They,
I think it's great. I mean,
semi-automatics
you know,
and shit. Yeah.
people are always like, you know, they're always scared of like black people with guns, you know.
Yeah.
But these white dudes with guns, they're
there were black
there's the
people with
Second
guns.
Amendment and shit. You know,
Yeah.
all of a sudden these black dudes have guns.
Yeah.
Now I'm getting nervous. You know,
There was a few black guys there with guns. So Stone Mountain has their own police force.
Yeah.
And they showed up, but I think the people, like their I don't know, their boss, like what do you call it, like the deputy or whatever, told them like don't engage, like don't
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
don't
Probably
get
smart,
involved.
honestly,
don't
yeah.
like if they're infighting and stuff, like try to separate them, tell them like you need to go
Yeah.
over here. But I think they were.
if they would have engaged,
I think they were spooked.
It would have been really bad.
I think they were spooked
that's
because
good.
like
That's good.
the racists had guns,
Yeah.
we had guns, and they were just like, I don't want to start anything because all they had were like pistols and shit, you know,
yeah.
like which is still dangerous, but
Sure, yeah.
yeah.
I saw a
intense.
few interesting things in that video, though.
Yeah,
Obviously,
tell me about it
you
because
know,
I haven't watched the video.
Yeah, I'll send you the link. And I don't know if you had, I don't know, you probably.
No, not at all.
This was just kind of random, but obviously, amidst all of the.
By the way,
people-
it was supposed to be a peaceful protest.
Okay, yeah.
There was no intention of actually engaging and
Yeah.
getting into our. It was more like there's more of us. We're all about numbers and being united against racism. That's about it.
What I noticed in the beginning, you know, obviously there's people spreading, you know, saying their opinions on things and whatnot on both sides and stuff. You know, a lot of screaming and whatever, but it seemed relatively peaceful still. There was
we
not
try
even
to keep
crazy.
it that way. Obviously, people will do whatever they want
Exactly,
to do.
because the first thing I noticed that did start a thing was like when a black dude got like pepper sprayed. I don't know for what or for, you know, by who, but all of a sudden there's a dude, you know, and then I see a little commotion and there's little crowds of people, you know, fighting and quarreling and stuff. But
they had roach spray too.
roach spray, yeah, I've heard like wasp spray as well. Yeah,
Yes.
and
That shit is
you know, in the middle of all that too, though, there was one dude, this white dude with his full armor and everything, his American flag around his neck or whatever, and his gun, and then there was this black dude with his gun, and they were kind of standing face to face and shit. And interestingly enough, the white dude was like, you know, well, in reality, you know, what it is they don't want is us unifying and all this stuff, you know, and really, you know, we're all fighting against each other, but in reality, you know, there's the people, you know, our government and our, you know, and the, you know, the police forces and all this stuff that are actually oppressing us and stuff. And I was like, hold up, I think I'm like witnessing something good. And they actually like shook hands and everything, and it was,
that's beautiful.
and I don't know who this white dude was, if he was necessarily part of the Klan thing. It seemed a little confusing because there was a lot of people there,
too, man.
you know, and
that's the thing about the people on the other side.
Yeah.
I just call them racist because it's just like, all right, you're all
because
on
they're
one side.
fucking racist. Yeah.
But you know, It is the type of thing where it's like they're working class people, and a lot of them are poor, and a lot of them have lost their jobs.
Yeah.
A lot of them live like, I don't hate them. I just hate the fact that they're like, we back the blue. We're going to fly the Confederate flag.
Yeah.
It's just like, no, you're not. We don't deal with that shit. But if you want to talk, if you want to come to us, we'll put our guns down. Like, because we were there for peace. We were like, it's never too late to change.
Yeah.
That's what I'm about too. Like, just personally.
Sure.
Aside from my affiliations with like the protesters and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, to me, it's just like, it's never too late to seek salvation. Like, whether you think about it in a religious sense or spirituality, like, it's all about like coming together, because you're right. Like, a lot of them are working class. A lot of them understand the government is oppressing us.
Sure. Yeah.
Like, and they have the power, and what they're trying to do is stratify us, like separate us based on our color.
Yeah.
But I think too, there are racists, and a lot of them do see black people as inferior.
Yeah.
And
it's a big mixed bag
with our skin.
And it becomes very fucking convoluted, unfortunately.
Yeah.
There's people who are just, what is the word? It's on the tip of my tongue. But basically, they've been fed something, information, and because of their situation, it's easy to blame other people. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's easy to find a scapegoat or whatever, and they're like, oh, they're, I guess you're right, but they're just misinformed. They're, but they don't mean, wrong. There's plenty of people who are like, I voted for Trump, but, only because this, that, and the other, and he said he's going to help them, the economy and whatever, and I lost my job and whatever. I don't agree with that he's an idiot or it's a weird thing that's going on right now, because there's a lot of that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people voting for people on specific little things that apply to them, and then there's just racist fucking people too.
Exactly.
And then there's just, even on the opposite side too, people who just want to fucking start problems, who just, I don't know. And I think that's going to happen anytime, or like with whoever's running or whatever, but
it's heated,
It's always going to be heated.
It was
and
definitely
stuff,
like an intense experience, because
it's a hard thing to fucking,
like the group that I was involved in,
though. It really is. It's a very hard thing, when everyone is, with the state of everything right now, the climate of everything is very intense on both sides. We're very angry, we're upset.
Yeah.
But we don't realize we're fighting the wrong fucking people.
Yeah.
By
the way, we had
billionaires
speakers
out there and shit, huh?
We had speakers saying that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like, someone with a megaphone being like, don't forget why we're here.
Yeah.
Like, we're here because of the capitalists. There's people in power who are oppressing us.
Yeah.
We're not here to fight these other people. They're not. This is like, you're thinking like, you need to think big picture. Like, we can't change anything.
It's always about the bigger picture. It's always about the bigger picture.
Like, it's not about them. Like, it's not about their racism. It's just like, who knows if we can change them?
Yeah.
Like, who knows? We could try, but it's not going to be our cause to change them. They have to change on their own.
They have to change
and you can't ever really
force
change
someone to change.
Right. And yet those rallies are very important, because that balanced display of peaceful force is very important for them to see that their behavior, their attitude is not acceptable.
Exactly.
At all.
Exactly.
It's not with the intent of violence, but it's for them to see that way of thinking is not acceptable now.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's never been acceptable, but especially now with the progressive world that we're living in.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
It's all about unity. Like, and we say that. It's just like, but we're anti-fascist, we're anti-racist. Like, that's, you can't change us on that. Like, like it's not, but if you can change on your own and come to our side, we're accepting of it.
Yeah.
Right. If you come at us with bullshit, you will get what's coming to you.
Yeah,
that's all that is. That's that balanced display of that message.
Like, you can't come with us.
It's an interesting thing that I noticed, though, is like people are so set in their ways. I mean, it almost becomes like a religious belief.
That's exactly what it is.
Absolutely. And it's so weird. It's a cult mentality.
Yes,
exactly.
absolutely.
And what happens is that, like,
very low consciousness thinking.
I'm sure as with anything, there's very much so. Yeah. As with anything, there's, positive things, there's very positive things within a specific religion, or even cults and stuff. They all start really great, about unity and about, working together and love and this, that, and the other.
Coming
and
together
then something
for a common
fucked up
cause.
happens.
Yeah.
And if you stay quiet, that's the difference, But the problem is that there's so many people who are so ingrained in this that they start taking every fucking asset, everything that comes from that, and following it blindly. And there's no other answer outside of it, It's strictly, and it's just like, I don't know. It's a weird thing that's happening right now.
The Branch Davidians.
Yeah, there you go.
Holy shit,
yeah,
dude.
absolutely. And
Yeah.
it's and I always my favorite cult, the cult of my preference was Jonestown. I was really big into that. Yeah. And what's the dude's name? Jim Jones. And it's just interesting because he very much held a place of power. Like, he was a figure, very powerful figure that led a church, and they loved him and whatever. And then he was able eventually to have them do whatever the fuck they wanted to do. And people don't see that what's happening now in our world is the same exact thing, except instead of a church pastor or whatever, it's a political figure, a more powerful, much more powerful,
Democrats and Republicans.
Yeah, exactly.
Two sides of the same
it's a sad
coin.
thing,
Yeah, exactly.
It's like people now, have been blindly following Trump. For, no matter what the fuck, the dude can go on camera and spread his ass cheeks, and everybody's like, I love this man's ass,
it's what people want, right?
Yeah,
because other past presidents have made it easier to elevate that station.
Oh, sure. Well, that's what I'm saying, because even on the opposite side, you have very strong Biden supporters, and I'm like, it's just, I'm so frustrated, frankly. I'm so fucking upset.
He's an imperfect.
He's fucking horrible, and it's just like, dude, this sucks, and but the thing is that like people now, he's just the word Democrat, just the word Republican.
Yeah.
I have to follow, my family's always been Republican. I have to follow the same thing. I can't look elsewhere. I can't think, on my own. And that's problematic. Very problematic. Yeah. Both of these candidates are garbage.
It goes to the
fucking
mentality
horrible
that we're talking about.
Yes, exactly.
I'm a Democrat. I'm a Republican.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have to be politics. Like, if you look at someone like Elon Musk.
Sure. Yeah.
People who
they idolize that guy too. Yeah.
Love his shit.
Yeah. I wish I had a Tesla. I'm not gonna lie.
I did too.
Okay, that has nothing to do with Elon Musk. He didn't come up with the technology. He didn't exactly. So yeah, whatever we got to tell ourselves, Alan, to get a Tesla in the future.
I just love electric vehicles.
It's cool. Yeah. But sorry.
Yeah, but it's just like, he has that same sort of status with other people who enjoy the Tesla brand.
Sure.
Like they're like, anything he does.
Sorry,
they're like,
my bad.
They're like, I don't care. Like, he could call somebody like a pedophile. He could say all these things on Twitter, and maybe a lot of people are not plugged into that sort of world. I know Twitter is like its own separate thing that a lot of people are not into. The same way that people are like on Facebook. They'll see shit pop up on Facebook, and a lot of other people who aren't on Facebook don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Yeah. It's its own little ecosystem.
All these like social media sites and stuff.
For sure.
But I feel like it's the same thing. Like, Elon Musk isn't a politician, but people still follow him in that same way where it's just like, no matter what he does, like, we don't care.
It's just powerful figures in general. It's just going to happen, man. But unfortunately, people are just so susceptible to that sort of thing, and I think that's where the problem is. Like, we can get all fucking deep into it and stuff.
It's
say
programming.
The importance of
it's programming
of working your brain to not be able to program. Yeah.
Why do they call it television programming?
Yeah.
That's true, really, understanding that we are being programmed either unconsciously or consciously.
Yeah.
Our minds are like computers, like supercomputers.
Sure, yeah.
Absolutely. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen Free State of Jones with Matthew McConaughey.
I don't know if I have. I've heard about it, yeah.
Is it a movie? Or
that
a show
movie, yes. And it got no recognition for a number of reasons.
Was this recently? Like, it came out
I would say about 3 years ago, this movie came out. Like 2 or 3 years.
That's about when he his
peak.
Yeah, he was
like, was riding in Lincolns.
Interstellar, around that
exactly
time.
right.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm surprised I don't know about this. Yeah,
that movie got no kind of recognition for a number of reasons because that movie is not only the best movie on the topic of slavery, but
it's got Matthew McConaughey in it.
Yeah, he's
this shit. Is there any black people in it? I was like, are we gonna watch a movie about slavery with Matthew McConaughey? Is that what's gonna happen here?
Yeah, dude.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to.
The story of Newton Knight.
Okay.
This white man who not only shined the light on the evil of slavery, but the evil of government, period.
Sure.
He was a medic in the Civil War. And I don't care what you say, to have fought in the Civil War, holy shit. That is one of the most difficult wars to have fought in. The medicine was way off.
Yeah.
If you got shot in the arm, we're cutting that motherfucker
Just cut it off. Yeah.
You know, there's no kind of surgery. You are fucked if you get shot.
That's how presidents died. They thought that by treating it, like by draining them of blood, they were helping them.
Put leeches on their face.
President's just dead.
And all the medicine was cocaine based.
Yeah.
All the medicine, you know,
so that was cool about the Civil War.
A lot of them were like, crack based. You know, it's just ease the pain,
addictive.
get high. Yeah.
It's like,
yeah, man. And I mean, just, dude, watching that film, you know, you hear him say things like, this is not our war. We are fighting this war for them.
Sure.
You know, at the end of the day. And that still applies today.
Yeah.
You know, you think you're fighting for your country. You think you're fighting for honor. You are not.
Yeah.
You know, you're fighting for them, for their agenda.
It's always been that way.
Yeah.
Still is to this day.
A white guy?
If you say otherwise, you know, all of a sudden you're not a patriot. You know?
Right.
It's like there's people
What the hell does that mean?
There's
At the end of the day,
every single
you know?
war. I mean, there's actual people, actual soldiers that are against all of this stuff. Because I mean, they've seen the bigger picture.
Right.
And the thing is, but it's become such a thing where it's like, it's disrespectful not to thank them for, you know, or to have any opinion away from the
same
war.
goes for police.
Who set up this fucking rule? Who set up this rule? The people in power, the people, the government, the people, you know, and same thing with the police, the media. You know, you have to respect the police and you have to be afraid of the police. You know, what the fuck? The police, you know, it's a profession, you know, it's a job. There's a responsibility that comes with it. It is essential if it's done correctly, but it's not have been done correctly. And then people take, when they say defund the police and when they say, you know, when they have an issue with what's been going on, they take it like, oh, you just fucking hate everything the police. You just want anarchy going all over. No, not at all. Pay attention. Look into it a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Defund the police doesn't mean no police. It means take away all of these fucking different responsibilities that they've been overwhelmed with. Yeah. You know, they're pretty stressed out. They're
and take away their military equipment.
There's no need for that.
Why
exactly.
do they need tanks?
There's no need. Exactly.
Why do they need,
We're not
like,
at fucking
grenades?
war.
Why do they need all these equipment? Like shields, like riot shields.
We've
like,
even seen some of the biggest protests come out, you know, in recent times.
Yeah, all these protests are huge.
How many people were killed from the protesters? And how many people were killed from the fucking police?
Yeah.
You know, you don't need fucking military equipment to handle, you know what I'm saying? You really don't.
Yeah.
You know, and honestly, most of this has been peaceful. Yeah. It's only been agitated, you know, by scared fucking cops, by scared fucking people, you know? And it's just like, and then on top of that, it's become convoluted even more with more and more different, like, you know, like I said, it's like people talking, oh, Antifa's out there and oh, this, that, and the other. And, you know, and it's
the
just
whole
like,
Antifa thing
you know what I'm saying?
ridiculous.
It's wild. And it's like, God, dude, we're all just talking about something so simple. And you're over here on Facebook fucking copying and pasting conspiracy theories and misinformation and leading everyone to believe that all this bullshit's happening. Yeah. You know, it's just becoming convoluted because people are stupid. And, you know, I don't mean to be like that, but it's the way it is. And
No, and you said it best. Overly convoluting and overly complicating shit.
Yeah.
Locking into one perspective and not seeing bigger picture is a huge problem, man.
Yeah, very much so.
And that's exactly how they want us to live.
Black people have been oppressed.
That's
the issue.
That's it.
Yes,
that's all we want people to acknowledge.
Matters,
and they need to stop being
matters
oppressed.
is the bare minimum.
Yeah. And the fact that people are mad at matters.
Yeah.
Black Lives Matters, you know, fucking A, dude.
All lives matter.
Yeah.
It's like,
you know, no one's saying superior.
No.
No one's saying better than.
Yeah.
No one's saying more than.
It's acknowledgement.
Literally just saying that, God damn it, they're there.
Yeah.
And they deserve to not be fucking killed by the police. Yeah. Then it's like, oh, but more black people die at the hand of black people.
That's so stupid.
You're missing the fucking point again.
That's not true, by the way.
That's not true.
More white people die from more white people.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I mean, you could say the same thing.
Italian on Italian crime.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know, like,
crime.
Are Italians white? Like,
and even if
they are now,
even if that was true.
Yeah.
More black people are dying from black people. Should police still be fucking killing black people?
Yeah.
Is that excusable because black people are killing more black people? No.
Yeah.
That's a stupid fucking argument.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid. You know, who cares?
Yeah.
You know, the police are here to protect us, to serve and protect, and they're not serving or protecting.
Yeah.
And that's the problem.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not Black people are killing more black people. Who cares?
Also, by the way, by comparison, if you look at other countries like police forces, they actually go through actual training. If you look at the training that police go through here in America, US, it's about so like simple, 3 to 6 months.
I saw the movies.
Like
Police Academy 1 through 4. They got making sound effects. They got that right. They got that right. The level of incompetence. I know it's funny, but it's like have you seen those? It's a real thing.
Stupid, dude.
They are stupid.
But you know what I mean? Like when you compare it to other countries, you actually have to get a degree.
Sure. Yeah.
It's important. You have to go to school.
You have to understand.
You have to learn.
Dick and Harry off the street.
Yeah,
serving law enforcement.
That's what happens here. Yes. Yeah, for sure.
The first lesson, maybe if someone is distressed, and you're responding to a call, maybe don't point your gun at them.
Yeah.
Maybe don't start off that way. Maybe learn to de-escalate.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, that training is offered, but it always goes to
Have you seen some of these videos?
They're scary, dude.
Of people. Yeah, it's always like the people training them. They're like, if you don't kill them, they're gonna kill you.
That's the thing. That's
if you're
fear.
Not, you need to be worried about that. You got to go home to your family.
That's
and
the problem. Like,
shoot first, ask later.
Yeah, exactly. What the hell's going on here?
That mentality is bad because when police officers think that, like, okay, I'm going to sacrifice my life every day. I'm sacrificing my life every day. I could take a bullet. It's just like, well, you don't have to.
Yeah,
it don't have to happen that way. Well, if you have that mentality where you think you're going to die all the time, like you're living in fear and anxiety, and if you're living like that, you're more than likely to react in a way that goes against any kind of training that you've had.
Yeah,
even if it's just 3 months of training, it's just like. We can't allow people who are like that to have guns.
Exactly.
Yes. It's going to end up in death almost all the time.
Yeah. Or someone getting hurt.
Yeah.
And as we were discussing pre-recording of our podcast, that reptile mind, all that's referring to is that subconscious need for survival. Most people live from that space and not actually contemplating, meditating. Living mindfully.
Yeah.
Police officers
don't have time for that.
Right.
Yeah,
so they say,
"Yeah, man, I got a thing.
I gotta go eat a steak, man. Fuck you."
I got some friends. I gotta go to like the restaurant down the street, have some brunch. But, keep your mindfulness. That's
mindfulness. Yeah.
It's literally the place that everyone should live from.
Yeah.
There's that space of awareness.
Yeah.
Living mindfully.
I mean, didn't Jesus teach that?
Yes.
And
anyone who lived from a space
who follow, Jesus' teachings, do
Oh my God, that's another tangent. Oh,
we can go. Let's save that for episode 2.
Oh shit, that's an entire.
Religion is
I'm
like,
saying,
too much.
But to conclude, with that subject, anyone who's ever lived from a space of divine inspiration knows that.
Yeah.
That living from a space of mindfulness, of awareness is for the betterment of mankind.
It's so funny you mentioned that. I have a memory of college that haunts me to this day where I was in a biology class and the teacher was like going around and they were like, she asked, what's the most important thing to you? And, I got up and I was just like, I think mindfulness. I think people overreact to things. I think they
fucking beautiful.
I think they take things too seriously and they don't pause before they do something and think about their actions and how it affects other people.
Absolutely.
And some girl in the back was like, she was like, dismissed me completely.
That's gay.
Yeah. No, she didn't say that.
Okay, that would have been awesome.
Fucking gay for that says so much about you, man.
What did she say? What did she say?
She didn't say that, but she dismissed me completely. She was just like, I don't know what he's talking about, but people are too religious. She went like completely different. Like people are anti-science.
You're not meant to understand that.
Yeah,
bitch.
She was like, people are anti-science. They don't believe in science. I was like, I'm not even talking about that.
It's funny because I was say exactly. If she would actually have known you, she would know that you agree completely with that.
But she didn't give me a chance. She just dismissed me completely.
There's a problem on both sides of the spectrum always, and I hate it.
All I said was like, people go with their first impulse too much. And they don't think about how they're affecting others. And I was just like, I think people need a little bit of mindfulness and they'll be more accepting of ideas and other perspectives. And that's all I said. I wasn't saying that like science is bad. I'm in a biology class.
Yeah.
I got my major.
I mean,
in
your
biology.
major is a science, is it not? And you know.
Like I believe in science. I'm totally into it. But it's just like, and I believe in evolution and everything. But it's just like she dismissed me completely, and I was just coming from a place of like warmth. I was like, you just need to accept people's perspectives.
Absolutely.
And you need to be mindful of how you're interacting with the world.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And she was just like, nah. Like, all right,
And you know,
fuck
a fundamental element of love is acceptance. Not tolerance. Kind of digressing into our earlier theme, of anti-racism.
Let's go into this. I'd rather talk about relationships.
Oh my God, dude!
Got into the politics stuff too much, I think.
Yeah, dude, and like it is a huge difference, acceptance and tolerance.
Yeah.
I tolerate black people. Like, how ugly does that sound?
Yeah,
it's like. Yeah, I'll just be comfortable with the fact that they are, but I'll talk about them behind their back.
Oh,
no,
sure.
you're just racist.
Yeah, exactly.
That's tolerance. I don't tolerate you.
Yeah,
we're
not asking that, by the way.
Right.
We're asking them, you have to change your idea of like accepting others. It's not tolerance. It's just like they exist, they matter. That's the whole matters thing.
Or I tolerate gay people. I tolerate homosexuality.
Yeah.
Like, no, dude, you need to.
Who are you to tolerate? Who are you to sit there and draw the line as to what's okay and not okay?
Like,
Fuck
how would
you.
you feel if somebody came up to you and said, I tolerate you?
Yeah, I tolerate that fucking brown line in your fucking underwear. Dude. That's what I tolerate.
Exactly, dude.
Yeah, I love that you say that because it is. Yeah, those two are
tolerance,
so
man.
distinct. Yeah. Tolerate is just like,
and it's a hot button.
You're riding MARTA
word,
and someone stinks.
Yeah,
it's like, I'm tolerating that smell.
Exactly.
You're sharing a public space.
Right.
That's tolerating.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't accept it.
Right.
But it's just like I have to.
Let me on this topic though. Let's go back a little bit real quick because we jumped in this shit and started running this podcast here. We haven't introduced ourselves.
So I was
gonna say let me because the camera's right over there. This is a very beginner kind of thing we got going on here, but. We can introduce ourselves real quick. So I mean, and then we'll get back into these topics here, but and how we know each other. But obviously, my name is Josh. All right, I'm an alcoholic.
Now you go.
This is an IPA.
Yeah, we're not alcoholic.
But my name is Josh Gomez, and I've
commonly known by Gomez.
Commonly known by Gomez by some, by others just Josh, by others Papi. So it happens.
And my
Papi. And so Alan, go ahead.
I guess what am I? I'm second mic.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm
Number
second
2.
mic.
There we go.
I'm Alan. I've known Josh or Gomez.
We were how old were we? I was probably like 13 or 12 or something like that. Yeah, something like that.
If you were 13, I was 12.
We grew up in the same neighborhood.
Yeah, exactly.
We have a history.
Yeah,
a lot of crazy stories.
A long time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, a lot of insane stories.
Yeah. We can get on some of those good stuff. Yeah.
I know you just from growing up.
Yeah.
Basically.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Then we have over here the man,
Alexander Xavier Felice,
Fresh Prince of Atlanta.
Fresh Prince of
Atlanta.
Yeah.
It's a very funny story how that came about. One of my lady friends was just like, "Hey, you're the Fresh Prince of Atlanta, Alex. You have so much swag." And I was like, "Oh my god,
show him your hat, Alex."
Yeah, I love
this
fedoras.
man. I just met this guy.
Basically,
let's
talk
go
about your relationship.
We'll go a little deeper
Yeah.
into this, but we just officially met.
I just met you today.
But I've been hearing the Cuadrado name for my entire life. All right,
Really?
I'm talking about
he may as well be like my older brother.
Wait.
Yeah.
And Gabe may as well be like my uncle, literally. I'll let him continue on that.
What it is, back in way back in the 70s or when my parents moved here, they moved to a place. Is it in Dorville?
Yeah, Dorville.
Okay, in Dorville,
Cambridge Square.
called Cambridge
Townhomes
Square. Yeah, it's
the apartment complex.
And Cambridge Square, we had everybody was a real close knit, community there and whatnot.
Where the rent is like $400 a month.
Yeah,
I mean, I've
back
never
then it was like
seen
$200. It was super
any
cheap.
place in this universe.
Yeah.
Like Cambridge Square, man.
And
Rent is insane.
our family,
That's a throwback.
they were
Yeah,
they were
dude.
seeking them deals, So so they met there. They all went to the same congregation and everything.
Blowing my mind.
The same, yeah, for real, yeah.
I thought you two just know each other from work.
Well, we just met. I mean, but the thing
really, yeah.
But I have pictures.
What you talked about, yeah.
I have a picture of his mom holding me.
No, you don't.
I swear to God, I'm gonna find it today of his mom holding me when I was like 9 months old. Yeah, I swear to God, yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, man. Our families.
You didn't tell me this.
Well, here we are.
You just told me about his picadillos and all his like
we got
quirkiness.
The quirkiness is we're about to get to that in a minute.
Yeah, man.
But so yeah, I mean, so we the name has stuck. You know, I'm sure Gomez, the name Gomez has been in you guys' family as well.
I mean, yeah, like,
our parent, my dad and your grandfather or something apparently used to hang out. I don't know if that's and my brothers used to play with your uncles and and your mom as well and whatever. They all grew up together. Yeah, so we started working with my brother, and all of a sudden that's just how we met. So instantly I was like, man, I saw this dude coming in this hat. And I was like, what the hell? Who's this guy, man? What is this? He's about to swing on a pole in the rain or something.
Yeah, he's about to sell you some snake oil.
And but I was like, man, that's this nice ass hat, and his watch. I mean, this guy's got good swag and everything. So very stylish. Yeah.
When it comes to
the
style,
shoes.
Yeah, everything with this dude. Thanks. Yeah, normally this dude's in a fucking 3-piece suit, man. Yeah. Don't let this regular shirt.
I don't think you can see of it, but yeah.
And I love that you guys can appreciate it. I think when it comes to style, people try way too hard. They treat items like this as gimmicks.
Yeah.
But when you're wearing a hat like this, it has to be who you are.
Literally,
it has to be a part of your personality.
Yeah, very much. Yeah.
Like this my trademark.
Can I try this hat on?
Yeah, man, go ahead.
This is a new fresh hat.
I think every man needs a hat. Every man needs a hat. It takes you to another level.
Man.
Entirely. Like you're just a fucking pimpin' ass motherfucker.
You look like a member of Run DMC.
Yeah, man. But again, like you can't treat it like a gimmick. Like what I mean by that is how will other people look at me?
Yeah.
What will other people think when I wear
pull
this
it
item?
off. You know something?
What you think?
I used to have a curly mustache.
Yeah.
And the curly mustache, I'm telling you,
guy
like
looks amazing.
Random people.
Dude, by the way, yeah.
And
Not to interrupt you, but like I got Josh a job I helped you get a job at this place called Atlanta Botanical Gardens.
Yeah.
And it's like the easiest job ever.
It really is, yeah.
But Josh, like for some reason, started growing out his mustache.
It just happened. And
I was he would curl it. He would have like a little curl right here.
Oh, wow.
And we're bartenders.
Okay.
We're bartenders, so like
we meet a lot of people.
You're meeting a ton of people. Mm-hmm. And Josh and I, like, we're like, we don't give a shit. Like, we'll say whatever to people, and we'll be super nice to them because we want tips.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I didn't even have to say anything. It got to the point.
Exactly, and this is what we're getting to. Is like Josh would just be standing there. He's like, "Hey, how you doing?" Like, we have our wines, and people would be like, "I love your mustache."
Remember that little girl?
In the back, I'd be like,
"This little girl took a picture with me." Do you ever get people take a picture with you?
No, not yet.
This little girl I'm on some little girl's Instagram. It's weird. Yeah. And see, we were at Kroger, and this old lady was dripping down her thigh with, she was like,
she had that.
I don't know what it was. Yeah, some candle wax. I don't know.
This old white lady.
Yeah, but you and I went out to eat, and you had another group of people that were appreciating your hat and style.
Another old white lady.
Yeah,
dude. And I think that a lot of people, especially like white people, they have a lot of skeletons in the closet just because of like their culture.
Sure.
Or lack when
thereof.
I see old white ladies being super sweet to me, and they're complimenting my look, I'm like, dude, you've been with some black people back in your day.
They had a brother.
You know what I'm saying? Like you've had some fun. Some black people that showed you how to have a good time.
That's why she said, I thank you more than you know.
Right, dude, I heard that.
Yeah,
like what we're leaving, she was like,
what was that conversation? We'll go back to that
lips.
later.
She was just complimenting me, in the Kroger, just a couple hours ago, and just. I know you've had a good time with some black people,
mustache? Yeah. I had a lot of people, yeah.
Every time, what do you mean a lot? Literally every time, because Josh would be a cashier and I'd be in the back, like helping, like prepare drinks and stuff. I prefer it, and like everyone who came up, the first thing that was just like, I love
Sometimes some of the ladies were like, especially these like kind of like cougar types and shit. I was like, oh shit, yeah, free rides.
It's part of the reason why I'm growing my hair out.
Yeah,
more compliments than anything else is when
you
my hair
look different.
Yeah,
you have to stand out.
I look different. Like
it's a trademark.
This is the second time I've grown my hair out.
Yeah, I told you already. You look like a vet or something, man. You look like when you wear that green jacket,
the bandana's because it just keeps it down when I'm driving and stuff. It's just like because my hair is just like flowing everywhere. But usually I don't wear it. But like when I worked in Atlanta, I would get so many compliments from people. They would be like, "I love your hair. Like your hair is so long and shiny and beautiful."
Like running their fingers through it and shit.
Well, I don't know. I won't let them do that.
You can do it.
Unless it's a girl.
You got to, man. Yeah.
Well, it'd be a lot of black women.
Yeah, let them have it.
I love your hair. I'd be like, go ahead and I don't give a shit. Like, you're gorgeous, so I don't care. I'd be like, man, I wish I had hair like that. I'd be like, oh, hell yeah, okay. It's nice. So I get why like you grow the mustache out. You know?
It's just cool, you know.
It's hard work.
Yeah,
like maintaining long hair.
It takes the maintenance on it for sure. It's neat though. It's worth it, you know. Just all the compliments. You see a good side of people, you know.
Makes you feel good too.
Yeah, for sure. Exactly. You know. Now I just look like
I'm sure it's not easy.
I just have that typical beaner look
just buying all that clothes, you know.
You know what though? I mean, I keep it very simple.
Yeah.
You know, again, like kind of dialing it back to overly convoluting, overly complicating things. You know, when it comes to simply knowing who you are.
Yeah.
Who you are as a person at your core, you know, and just expressing that, it just becomes super simple, super natural. You're not trying too hard.
Yeah.
You know, that's the key.
So you do a lot of really unique things, Alex, though. I got to say, obviously your style, you got that swag and everything, you know. Now we got to talk about your diet.
Wait. Do we finish introductions? Alan Gomez.
And Alexander.
Yes, Alexander.
Yeah, I think
you two know each other.
So we our families have known each other for a long time.
And you work together. Okay.
And then you and I have known each other since, we grew up in the same neighborhood. And we used to play outside and snowballs and all, you know, the whole deal.
Touch football.
Football. Not touch football. We were tackling the fuck out of each other.
Yeah, we were insane. And we did countless other things that we can't discuss.
Yeah, there's a lot of crazy shit too.
Because a lot of it is insane.
Kids don't just do it anymore, man. Like,
exactly.
I just met you today.
So you guys,
this is the first time meeting.
I've told you about this guy.
I didn't know you two, your families like know each other and shit.
I'm going to find that picture. I'm going to,
And our families really know each other that well because of the religion that our families.
Right.
You know.
My sister's in that religion, by the way. By the way, Gomez dated my sister.
Well, it's like for like technically
she
like
sucks.
Technically like a month or something, and then she like left to Guatemala.
She broke his heart.
And I was like, and then I came back. She came back, and I was like, are we still together?
Gotcha.
And then she turned around and asked this girl, yes or no, and the girl didn't even hear what I asked, and the girl was like, no. And she's like, I guess we're not. And I was like, damn, all right. Feeling all bad. I was like, I held on to your stupid ass picture for a year.
Oh my God. Yeah. Speaking of that religion though, I mean, we sure as hell aren't doing them any promotion. But you know.
Yeah. Let's not get too deep into that since our family's still into it and stuff, you know.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
You know,
but in a general sense,
really into it.
I mean,
let's not talk about it.
Yeah, you just you tend to, as you expand your mind, as you get to know more of the world, more of other cultures, other people, other ways of thinking. Oh yeah, you know, you just you see
mind-blowing, dude. Yeah,
things that just don't click in.
It just doesn't add up. Yeah,
you know, when you listen to your intuition. And that's what most people don't do. They don't listen to their intuition. They're afraid to live and express themselves truthfully.
Yeah.
You know, that they would rather avoid causing a rift in their own family. Yeah. You know, by doing so. But when you do that, you're not only disservicing yourself, you're disservicing your family and everyone else that you meet. Yeah. Because you're incongruent. You're not complete. You're not genuine. You know? How can you go and do what it is that you do for your religion, right? And yet you feel and think a certain way, and you do things a certain way.
I always see a lot of there's always a lot of.
It's fucking hypocritical.
I mean, very hypocritical. You know? Not just this particular, but I mean everyone. I mean anyone who's out there claiming a certain thing, and then you see the real world that they surround themselves in. It's just like, you know, I'm so glad that I don't have something that somebody can call me out on later. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
If I want to do what I want to do one day, you know, they can't just sit there and look at me.
And if they do call you out, it's just you.
Yeah.
It's not
it's
your
something
religion,
on me specifically. Exactly.
It's not your beliefs. It's
in the end,
it's you.
Yeah, exactly. Very much so. Very much so.
You only hold yourself accountable. Because I think if you're representing a religion, then that's a huge burden.
It is.
Absolutely. And it's made to be that way. I mean, there's such a deep level of psychology, dude.
Yeah.
And just shaming involved in the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know, and this is the point where when you understand these things, you separate yourself from, as a religious person, from the spiritual essence of you. You know, and you understand that once you've grown up on that level, that every religion is simply one perspective of the fundamental truth that is spirituality. And as I have come to understand it, the truth, the core of spirituality is the understanding that each and every single one of us is a sovereign individual. Every single one of us is a unique manifestation and expression of the universe, of all that is, all that was, all that will be. You know, in terms of the Bible, right? We are made in their image, or we are divine. You know, we are literally powerful manifestors of our waking reality. That's the core truth. That's the truth that Jesus lived. And it's ironic because Jesus lived in a way that was very, very controversial for his time.
That's true.
If you think about it, and a lot of people,
that is true.
A lot of people don't
How did you become
actually
such
study.
good friends with those prostitutes?
Oh my God, dude! But I'm telling you,
Can I
man,
find some of these?
people don't actually study the Bible, dude.
Yeah.
They just know what they've been taught, and as a general rule, society tells you what to think, not teach you how to think.
Yeah.
The problem too
You know what
is
I'm
that
saying?
like there isn't just when it comes to like Christianity, there's so many denominations. Like,
Oh my God!
there's so many. There's Jehovah's Witness. They're not just Jehovah's Witness. There's like evangelical.
Protestant,
There's Baptist,
Episcopal, like, dude, oh my God,
and they
yeah.
all believe different things, and they
Yeah.
all interpret the Bible in a certain
They're all
way.
saying that their information's coming from the same book.
Yeah.
Yet everyone's fucking talking shit about each
And
other.
we have
you know?
Jewish people who like
Oh my God,
dismiss
yeah.
a lot of them, like, who I would say like original as far as like when it comes to the Bible.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
but what does this tell you? This tells you that there is no like collective template for understanding reality.
Yeah.
This is the mark that religion misses. Spirituality is a unique and singular experience for each and every single one of us.
Yeah.
And when we come together and we add to each other's understandings, we grow then.
I feel like I've grown so much more spiritually outside of following a particular religion, just in meeting people and in the way that I attempt to connect with people and the things that I learn and the uniqueness that I find, in each and every different person, and it's like I have friends that are, the furthest apart on any sort of spectrum, you know what I'm saying? Like I have friends that are, every different race, every different political ideology, every
And
different
that's
religion,
beautiful.
every,
That's
and it's,
beautiful,
you
man.
find, it's just an interesting thing. Because when you meet people, even if you disagree with them, one common thing you can come to, unless the person's just a straight asshole, but like, we all have the same needs in the end. We're all striving for the same goal.
Yes.
In the sense of like just understanding things, and it's just trying to better ourselves and whatever, some people not so much, but at least, it's in there. And even some of like I said, I have friends that are like at the lowest of the low, society wise and whatever it is, and
That's the thing too, is that people, you don't choose your circumstances. Just like,
yeah, exactly. Because I
you're
gained so much from a lot of
you're
these people
very
as
likely
well,
what's maybe your life would have been different when you were born.
Sure.
Maybe you would have been born, instead of being like the son of someone that's Puerto Rican, maybe you're the son of someone who's like was born in Bangladesh.
Sure.
Your
Yeah.
religion would have been different.
Exactly.
So, what does that say
So,
about
and it's such
about
a
religion?
it
Just like, it
closes
just
people
depends.
off.
Just depends
so
where
insanely,
you're born. Just depends on the circumstances of your
Right.
life.
Yeah.
We all none of us choose to be born into any type of religion. So that means you could choose to not be in that religion.
Yeah.
Just as easily, right?
Absolutely.
Like, doesn't mean you have to stick with Christianity. Doesn't mean and I totally get it. Like, I get why people, and I guess the common theme of this is like fear.
Yeah, that should be,
Like, I totally
that is
get
a
why
theme,
people
yeah.
go to religion, because it is comforting.
Yeah.
The idea of just like, but you talk about spirituality, and I think it just depends on how people want to live their lives, and how they struggle with this idea of just like, what is the purpose in life?
Yeah.
And religion is that comfort for a lot
Religion's
of people.
like giving them a definition.
Exactly.
When in reality,
Yes.
there is
when
no
you die,
true
you go to
definition.
heaven,
Exactly. And
or if you're bad, you go to hell. Like that's so simple terms, but
the crazy thing is that it's so much more of a spiritual thing to accept and understand that infinite truth, that truth that there is, when I say there is no meaning or there is no purpose, it's no defined purpose. It's bigger than us.
Exactly.
Meaning you create said meaning, you create said
Absolutely.
purpose.
And it can be whatever you want it to be.
Isn't that more interesting though?
Yeah.
Isn't life more interesting when like the idea is just like when you die, it's like the end of Sopranos. The screen the screen goes black and that's it.
As far as what we can perceive.
You know, right?
Yeah.
And understanding that your origin is nothing. Your origin is darkness. Meaning you have the power to create whatever it is you want.
Change your life
what's
now.
amazing.
Exactly. Like, change your life now and look, who knows what you're capable of.
How much closer of a connection could you say you and the universe have than for you to be able to
the universe
make that definition,
or God or the divine or however
for yourself.
Which way you want to put it.
You literally can create whatever infinite thought.
Isn't that more interesting?
Yeah, that's
to me,
more
that's
spiritual.
More interesting
that's more connection with you and the universe. It's much more beautiful than just like, oh, well, you go and you hang out with all these people who are just like you, because they were told and they followed the rules just like you, and you guys hang out on clouds all day for eternity, while all the fucking assholes burn and all the people you didn't like, and all them Jews.
When you think about it, like it doesn't fucking make sense, dude. When you really think about it, and the trump card is always faith.
Yeah.
Oh, have faith
that
things work out this way, or that the understanding is this way. And if you don't understand it that way, have faith because that's the way it is.
Yeah.
Hell no.
That's not enough.
I think
that's limiting God. That's limiting fucking,
Right.
I think with me, so it's just like
Yeah.
authority. Like I think religion never worked for me in particular. I just hated authority. I hated someone like having control of my life.
Yeah.
It's an insult to your spirit.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's an insult to who
even
you
though
are.
Growing up, if I had better people like guiding me, in life, I wouldn't have been so opposed to the idea of like someone guiding me in general, but this idea of just like, it's so oppressive, like sometimes with parents and principles and
again,
people
this is
in
how
power,
you must think.
This
is what to think.
Because they never taught you to think for yourself.
Yes.
It's like, why don't you be a leader?
Critical thinking.
Like, growing up, I never got that.
It's always follow.
I always hated authority.
They teach you kind of how to like go along the path,
right?
And get by without creating your new path.
Yeah, exactly. Because I don't have the same life as you.
That's a beautiful thing to end up realizing. It's one of the most powerful things you can realize. Because man. We are capable of so much.
It's like an awakening. Like
that's exactly what it is.
Spiritual, and it's not even to me. It wasn't even religious. Like it was basically like, okay, I've accepted that like all my mistakes are my own and all my victories are my own.
Exactly.
And I need the only way that I could change the course of my life is if I like just cooperate with who I am.
Yes.
Like that's the only way.
How blessed you are to have experienced that for yourself and to live it. Because a lot of people, they get the hint, but because of their community, because of their family, they never ever act it out. They never live it. And they are in a living hell. And on their deathbed, they regret their entire life, the way that it has been lived out.
Yeah.
That's the pitfall or the trap that we have avoided.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful for that, you know?
Yeah, I think a lot of people are just too afraid,
scared, fear.
But the thing is, like I said before, it's like
goes back to faith.
Exactly. It basically tells them to be
kind of
afraid.
Faith to be like,
if you have your own thoughts, then
I don't
it's a
care
bad
that
thing,
I don't agree with my family, right? Like,
right.
Yeah. But you're gonna burn because of it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what sucks. But it's like, who else is perceiving what you perceive?
Right.
Only you.
Again, it's
your
singular experience.
Exactly. So the better that you can understand what you're perceiving and the experience that you're saying, the better you can come
together
to a conclusion, not even a conclusion, but an understanding of the way the universe works. I mean, we are our own vessel, of God and of the universe, of existence, whatever you want to call it, and we have to understand ourselves and the way our minds work and ourselves fully in order to properly understand anything really. If literally all we do is accept what my religion tells me, my government tells me, my,
family,
we're taking all of their perceptions and we're not defining our own, that's not very good. I mean, it's going to cause a lot of anxiety, a lot of problems because, I mean, every person's fucking different, dude. Like, we're all different things.
And all anger, all frustration is delayed expressions of authenticity, delayed expressions of honesty. We fucking blow up because we're not being honest with ourselves, with those around us.
A lot of insecurity develops, and then we get angry because it's
exactly,
not,
and we fucking explode, because of that. But before our intermission, because I really gotta handle some business.
Yeah. All these IPAs.
Yeah, you better check
dude.
Off.
The most is getting them going. Get turned on.
Concrete definition that I have found on faith is this: it is simply trust in the way the universe perfectly unfolds everything, and aligning our spirit with that perfection.
Yeah,
that is faith at its core, as I've understood it now.
Yeah.
That's the clearest definition. Trust in the perfect way everything unfolds itself. And because we know as sovereign individuals that the universe is working for us, not against us, everything is always working out for the better, not against us. So I think that is faith at its core. Faith in God, the divine, the universe, however, which way you want to put it. That is faith.
Yeah. On that note, I think we can take an intermission and use the restroom, whatever we got to do. Yeah. When we come back, we can talk about the book that you're writing. We can talk a little bit more about these deep intellectual things. And we can gobble a few eggs.
Awesome. Sounds good.
You can smell mine.
that dude did.
And welcome back. We have drained ourselves, apparently.
Yes.
Alex was holding on to
about a gallon of piss, man. Oh my God.
So we were getting into some pretty deep stuff just a little bit ago.
Yeah. It's time to lighten the mood.
Time to lighten it up. So, as you see here, we have some eggs on the table. There's an interesting story here
Definitely
with these eggs, and I want to get to the nitty gritty of it.
Which came first,
the Alex or the egg?
Oh my God!
Alex or this story or the eggs?
So, as we said, we've just met just a few months ago, and I remember we started in work, and you were talking about how in the morning you like to have black coffee, and I was like, oh hell yeah,
yeah, that's definitely on my page.
Yeah, and you were like, I like to have eggs and everything. And I was like, that sounds like a good well balanced breakfast, eggs and black coffee. And then I went into the kitchen over there.
Balanced breakfast.
I went into the kitchen over there, and Alex had poured his black coffee, and then I see him cracking an egg, and I was like, okay, what's he got to do with this?
Yeah. Is there an oven in that kitchen?
There's no oven. I was like, where's he going here? Is he about to microwave an egg, or what's going on here?
Yeah.
And the egg yolk goes into his coffee, and I was like, whoa, hang on a second.
That's wild.
Yeah, you cracked open a few eggs and threw them right into that black coffee.
How much is a few?
Like 4.
Yeah.
4 eggs in black coffee.
And just the egg yolk, not the white. Fuck that shit. And the reason for that is because of the dense nutritional content in a yolk. Mm-hmm. And there's a huge difference between an organic egg or, say, a farm fresh egg and these light yellow eggs that they serve at Waffle House.
Yeah, what I have in my fridge, pretty much. Yeah, we had to go and get these special. Yeah,
right. And when you open them, you notice how reddish orange the yolk is.
Yeah,
that is true. That is something. Yeah, that's very noticeable. Yeah,
right. When you go to a farm and you crack open an egg, you will see that the yolk is like almost red because of how like nutrient rich that egg is.
When you were in Guatemala, did you see? I mean, you had some more.
All the eggs are like this,
pretty much, right?
But it isn't like
this is the real deal.
It's not some fancy, a fancy like little box. It's just literally like, oye, ¿quieres un huevo? Vaya para allá atrás y come un huevo. It's like there's no carton. It's literally like do you want milk? And it's unpasteurized milk.
Yes,
and
it's
disgusting.
From like little hairs in his thick and shit.
Yeah, there's like cow pubes in it. Like, it's gross.
That's funny, dude.
But like. It's eggs like this, basically.
That's the real fucking deal, And I don't eat the egg white because that's like no nutritional content. Like,
that makes sense to me. Yeah.
One of the health blunders of the many there are is the fact that, or the supposed fact that eating egg whites is healthier for you. That's bullshit.
Oh, really?
I think it's just less calories. The main thing people are focused on, rather than
I suppose.
It's like I get
Was
that.
it like a keto diet?
Something like,
would they just
but
eat
it makes
the white
more
instead of
sense.
the-
It makes more sense that, all of the important things are, I mean, the egg white is just kind of filler, if you will.
It is,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
almost like iceberg lettuce, kind of, right? It's not that
Exactly.
it's like bad or anything, but it's just kind of, there's nothing in it.
Nothing.
Right.
It's like celery.
Yeah, there you go.
It's like
Exactly.
a negative nutritional value.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. But I mean, that's why, and
How long, when did you first, tell me?
Yeah, that's what I'm interested in.
Okay, so I mean, I've been having this pattern of eating because I don't like diets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that we all have a pattern of eating. And I started eating like this, I would say about 4 months ago.
Okay.
And
Okay.
my morning and afternoon or breakfast lunch anyway is very, very simple. It's black coffee and a few raw eggs in the morning at lunch.
Yeah.
I eat about 4 or 5 raw eggs, raw egg yolks a day.
I see you through the day going.
Yeah.
Even more than that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it keeps you satiated. You're getting everything that you need. All of the omega-3s, 6s, 9s in eggs, right? And you're alert. You are awake. You feel absolutely incredible. I eat 1 meal a day. That's in the evening, around like 7 o'clock. I don't eat anything typically past 8:30.
What do you typically eat?
Yeah, what are
whatever?
those meals like?
Those meals are like meat.
Yeah.
I eat
kind of whatever is made.
I eat whatever the hell I want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
But throughout the day, just
Like
because
it's not strict, like it's not
right.
like okay.
But and it doesn't. The thing is, it doesn't feel strict. I don't feel like I need to force myself to eat, these raw eggs. It's just a part of my MO.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's a part of the way that I go about my day.
Yeah,
I'm not thinking about it, and I think that's the trick to dieting per se, effectively. It's knowing what your morning and afternoon is going to look like, what you're going to eat. Because if you're just going with the flow and just like, what am I going to eat? Okay, let me go out. Then you're already fucking up. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know what your day is going to look like, you can't diet effectively.
Yeah.
I think that's the trick of it.
Have you yet to meet anyone who, when you tell them about the raw egg things, that they're like, "Oh hell yeah, I do that too"? Is there a convention for this or anything? Or,
I'm sure there is, dude. I'm sure there is. I mean, hey, I looked that up on YouTube.
Egg Eaters Anonymous and shit.
That's what I'm interested in. Like, what is the origin of this? Like, where did you read it and you were like, oh, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, I mean, YouTube and Google are your fucking best friends, dude. I mean, that's fucking university now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's college. You can learn so much when you ask the right questions from YouTube and Google. And you're able to think critically, like we were talking about in the first half of this podcast. Thinking for yourself, coming to your own conclusions. And there's a community of people that want to do that. Right? So that's where that started. It's just like, hey, ketogenic diet, carnivore diet, all of that.
Yeah.
Right? And eating raw eggs and looking into how good that is for your overall body, and your brain.
Do you have fears for salmonella poisoning, anything like that?
Well, I don't fear it because if you're getting high quality eggs and farm fresh eggs too, there's nothing to worry about there.
Yeah.
You clean you wash the egg shell in water.
Yeah.
You have nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
That's
only time I've ever had any trouble, and one of these stories.
Yeah. That was
the only time I've ever had like
eggs.
food poisoning was like I went to a Moe's, I think, in Gainesville.
That's all you got to say. Moe's in Gainesville.
Moe's in Gainesville. Yeah. And I'm sure someone took a shit and did not wash their hands. And
oh man,
yeah, I got food poisoning from that.
Yeah.
I'm sure they touched the lettuce or some shit.
The other time was very similar. I used to work there.
Yeah, the other time was at this place
Another
called
restaurant.
Bottom of the Cup.
Yeah,
which we called the Bottom.
The Bottom. Yeah, what a great name for this place.
Because it was
Yeah.
It had a certain character to it.
With food poisoning, then you didn't do it right.
So I went and I ordered a burger. I don't know what kind of burger it was. Like just a cheeseburger?
Yeah,
maybe?
just a regular burger. But I know you ordered it like mid-rare, but that didn't have anything to do with it. 100%. Because I worked there like 6 months after that occurrence.
I ordered the same type.
The food was fine.
I don't need meat anymore.
This was absolutely negligence upon like
when
the cook.
when I ordered there, I was like,
he didn't wash his hands.
I always order medium
something.
rare.
Yeah. That shit fucked you up.
Yeah,
quick.
we headed back home. Like literally, like I took a bite and I was just like, oh, I feel weird. I feel weird.
We didn't live but like 3 minutes away.
Yeah, and I felt uncomfortable. Like I could feel feel it affect, and I was just like, I have food poisoning. Like I have food poisoning. And I was telling you guys, and I was just like, I felt it. Like I was just like, I just ate like something.
Shit, yeah.
Yeah. And we were in Gomez's car.
Yeah.
And you had to pull over.
Yeah. He spewed out the
and I
outside.
threw up, threw it all up. Like,
so when it comes to these, I mean, do you care about? Do you research where they come from as far as like Happy Egg Co. is in this case,
right? They have information on how they take care of the chickens, what it is they feed the chickens, all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
I mean, that's responsible.
Yeah, you know that you're getting a quality product.
A lot of people don't do that.
No, they just take what's in front of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just there. Yeah. I've probably eaten some doo-doo in my life.
Probably. I know I have.
Yeah, dude.
Food in one way or another.
Oh
I've had some
talking
doo-doo.
about food poisoning, dude. The last time I had food poisoning, I had 2 sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles from McDonald's, and my brother and I, we both got food poisoning that day. We knew we had gotten food poisoning.
Dude. Wait a minute.
Oh my God, yo!
No, I had Sonic.
No. You and I went to,
dude.
was it La Paria? Or it was one of those Mexican restaurants.
La Paria is pretty good for the most part.
It is good.
Yeah, La Paria is pretty good.
We went to a certain one.
Yeah.
Right? With like
theater kids. That was, oh my God.
Which restaurant was that? El Sombrero. El Sombrero.
Fuck that place, dude. I got sick every time I left there. Yeah, I don't even know what I ordered.
We both got sick that one time.
We both got sick. But I think you got more sick from watching me get sick.
Yeah.
The moment we got outside, I like opened my door and was just a stream of vomit.
Yeah, and I made the mistake. You know how like you're in high altitude and you look down.
Yeah,
it's a huge mistake, right? Or you're rock climbing, you look down, and you're like, oh shit, I should have looked down. I looked over
at me vomiting,
at him vomiting, and his vomit on the ground. I was just like, oh.
I guess it's my turn.
It's my turn now.
Dude, straight up, imagine like you're driving in this parking lot.
It's never just you.
Like you're driving in this parking lot, and then you look to your left, and there's a car with both the doors open, and 2 people throwing up out of each side, like a little synchronized vomiting. Fountain. Yeah, it was wild.
Yeah. Once we pulled out, like imagine someone coming in and parking in that same space.
Yeah.
And it's just throw up on each side.
Didn't we go to a cul-de-sac that night and make out with some girls? Was that night?
Yeah, I think we did.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. With our vomit mouths.
Oh, nice.
That's the kind of shit Alan and I do. That's our, So, anyway.
Yeah, dude.
They never knew.
Yeah, they didn't even realize.
Oh, it's people, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful kiss.
So, on these eggs here, I was thinking that, after, and as you can see here, somebody's been already getting to them, Somebody's already snacking. I wonder,
can you guess who that is?
Yeah, which one of us cracked open these?
It's so interesting with farm eggs, right? Like there's these with like speckles on them that are brown. There's these kind of bluish ones.
Is there a difference? Is there a difference in flavor? With
Not really. I mean,
it's the shell, right?
Yeah,
it's just all in the shell. So these aren't more healthy than those.
No, I mean, hey, it's all the same shit.
It's looking like Health Light, right? It's like a light egg.
Yeah,
but like he said, the speckles, just these are legit eggs. That's how you could tell.
You could tell. Like, there's a difference in there. They're a lot smaller too.
Yeah.
When you look at the other eggs, they're fucking huge.
Exactly.
Like, they put jumbo on there. you know, which I love those eggs, but it's just like
there's like all kinds of things done to them.
It's different. Yeah. Who knows?
Hey,
we don't want to know. Damn it.
But
y'all ready to get chugging? I mean,
I do want to try.
So you're saying in your experience, you don't have a preference as to which ones you like. Which ones make your mouth water the most? These brown
which ones you want to gobble?
Yeah, they all taste the same. With an egg though, for me, when it comes to food, period, like my favorite fruit is cucumber.
Is egg.
No, look, that's another
my favorite bread, egg.
Yeah. That's another thing.
Hey, motherfucker, you have a bean, I have an egg.
Josh has seen me cut up cucumbers and eat them at the office.
I've seen you eat that shit like a
crazy,
carrot, dude. That's not too wild, but
that's not too wild.
Just knowing, I've seen you the other day. You had a bag of garlic.
You told me this.
Black garlic.
Black garlic.
That's basically fermented
eggs, garlic. Raw garlic.
Yeah, the only time I've ever seen this was an Asian man do this at school. Yeah.
Oh wow.
And it stank. That shit. Like he opened it up in a student where all the students eat, like a dining hall or whatever.
Yeah.
And he opened that up, and the moment he opened it up, my eyes were pierced on him because the smell from that, like fermented black garlic, is strong.
Some shit, dude.
You can smell
I can't imagine
through the
you
plastic
opening
bag.
that.
You were just like they're real soft, so you just slurping it up.
Dude,
like a
flavor,
like a go-gurt. That's literally what I was thinking.
of black garlic is like barbecue.
Oh,
It is, and I told Josh this the other day. Like, when
You didn't try it?
no, I would though. I like garlic.
And you know, you'll try it.
I'm less worried to try garlic than an egg. I'm a little nervous. About
Yeah,
that.
dude. I mean, it's like fucking barbecue, like solid barbecue. It melts in your mouth.
If you eat some of that garlic with one of these eggs, it's probably bomb though, for real. Garlic
dude, you
and
fucking
eggs.
have diarrhea. I'm sure.
Oh my god, dude!
But yeah,
That's another thing I was wondering. Like, if you feel like talking about it, is that shit not
no,
blow your lower intestine?
not at all.
Nothing?
Not at all. Not at all. And you know, with food, like when it comes to my pattern of eating, right?
Yeah.
It's not even about the taste. I don't really care about the taste, even though it does have like this pleasurable taste.
That's what I'm
it's
interested
a good
in.
experience.
I can't wait. I'm about to.
The experience of eating the egg, like what it does to your body immediately upon eating it, what it does to your mind.
Because I think Gomez and I have the same reluctance to it in the sense that it's raw.
It's raw.
Right,
Yeah.
That's my.
'Cause I love an egg, you know.
Yeah, egg. Yeah, I'll fuck with an egg, but it's just like the raw aspect of it.
Yeah.
kind of throws me off.
Does it pop in your mouth? I mean, we're about to find out.
Yeah. It's like a solid, but as soon as you pop it, dude, it's just like
Whoa.
Dude. But what your body feels, like your body's telling you, yes, I need this shit now. Like that's what your feeling is when you eat a raw egg. It's just, it's amazing, dude.
So you're saying weasels have it, like they've been doing this shit for centuries. Yeah. Weasels have been on to
Weasels
something.
and Rocky.
Weasels
Yeah,
are woke,
they
dude.
slurp eggs. That's what I hear.
Weasels
and
and
Rocky.
Sylvester Stallone.
They do.
By the way, a duck egg, dude, is so delicious.
Oh,
dude.
God.
Like,
I actually, have you had a duck egg?
No,
Dude,
not raw.
The yolk is like
I think
No, I haven't had it raw.
I've had a cooked duck egg.
Yeah,
Yes.
so
Yeah, it's
have I.
great.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
cooked duck egg,
yeah.
but dude, the yolk is like that big and the white.
Oh my God.
The white.
I'm gonna
the
buy you
white
an
is
ostrich
very-
egg for your birthday.
Oh, dude, I will fucking love you.
Crack it up. Like snapping.
Just cover your face.
Dude, duck eggs on a burger, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It's
Oh my
fucking
God.
heaven, dude.
Duck eggs are.
Yeah,
they're
that sounds
good.
good.
They're delicious.
That sounds good. I've had
Not raw. I'm talking.
I've had like regular.
Yeah. I'm not with this man. No, I've had a duck egg like from a farm.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
shit, and it's so good.
It's delicious,
Like,
dude. Yeah.
It tastes different too.
They don't
like,
sell duck
it's
eggs like
weird.
that, do they?
At the Asian Mart, I guarantee
Yeah,
you find,
dude,
you
I
find
bought it
all
from a
kinds of
farmer's
eggs.
market.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have like quail eggs, duck eggs.
I've never had quail eggs.
No,
I've
yeah,
had a quail
I
egg too. Yeah,
They're good?
Those are
Okay.
the little tiny ones. Yeah, they're pretty good. Yeah, I mean,
they're
it just tastes
small.
like a regular ass egg. You know.
I can't wait to.
Yeah.
I would buy a dozen duck.
Have you had
eggs,
an
dude.
iguana egg?
Iguana egg.
Oh shit, no.
Have you had an
like
iguana egg?
tapioca.
Oh, fuck no.
Oh,
When they
welcome
pop,
to
it's like
Guatemala.
bubble tea.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. Nice.
It's like caviar, right?
Yeah.
Guatemalan caviar.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, Guatemalans.
It's unique.
strange.
It's unique. Yeah.
Yeah. Like my family.
How do you gotta squeeze the
You gotta
iguana?
follow the iguana to its nest.
tiptoeing.
Yeah, and you have a slingshot, and you kill the iguana.
Right.
Okay.
And you take their eggs and you eat
Nice.
the iguana as well.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I've seen
Nice.
that
How it is in
iguana.
Guatemala.
I've seen some roasted iguana.
Yeah, it's pretty
They
good.
look pretty tasty.
I haven't had iguana either. No,
yeah,
not
man.
yet. Yeah.
Yeah, man, you gotta go to Guatemala.
Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. That'll be on next episode. We'll roast an
Yeah.
iguana.
Yo, we won't tell you where we get that shit.
So I think
let's do this.
this spotted guy here is calling my name.
You're looking at that spot. I was looking at this.
The light,
tanned young
the tan.
man here.
Yeah. All right. Which one's Alex going to choose?
Feeling like a brown egg.
Well, it's
Brown egg.
hopes and dreams.
Yeah. Look at that. This one day could have been a chicken,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I'm about
Some
to gobble him up.
drumettes, some
Yeah.
flats.
Yeah,
that.
slathered
Maybe-
in sauce.
Yeah, so slather in some like I don't know lemon pepper or
Yeah.
what would you put it in? Like,
I'm a
kinda your
spicy
preference.
barbecue guy.
Yeah.
I like really hot sauce too, but
Yeah.
Now that you
flavor
put that
and
idea into
spicy
my
honey
head,
barbecue.
you're more of a savory like
yeah, yeah.
I dig that.
but
yeah.
instead today, what did you say? What did you say?
Raw. When you put that idea into my head, hot sauce with this dude, I'm gonna try that, dude.
Yeah,
That
I
be
might
fucking
I might
good.
have a second one. Let's see how it goes. So we're gonna try this out.
Yeah, let's
here,
see you do it.
Put the trash can
Okay,
on
so
the
yeah,
on the
up
table.
here so we can see how you
Got it,
how
okay,
you
yeah.
perform the maneuver.
You know,
So I have done
like-
this.
I
I've
like to
separated
crack
the yolk from the
can you,
white.
Can you crack it with one hand? Is that something you're capable of?
Yeah, I like to
Yeah,
crack
don't
it
get it
with,
on my microphone.
with my
please.
my knuckle here. This one right here.
Okay. Is that good luck or something?
It just doesn't. It doesn't make noise.
It preserves the flavor.
In the office, instead of knocking it on the table.
Oh, he just cracks it on his knuckle, dude.
Okay,
so messy.
That's okay.
Rid of that.
We'll get some paper towels in a second too.
Sift white.
Save. We're all going to do ours at the same time, so don't.
Don't. Yeah, I know you love these eggs.
Yeah.
Genuinely too. I mean, I enjoy it.
All right.
Okay. Damn, that is
Look
really.
at the color in that.
Yeah, can you show that?
Will you
show that camera because that is.
Look how bright orange that is.
Bright orange.
It's like freaking
And that's what an egg is
Crush.
supposed to look like. Not your
soda.
fucking light yellow Waffle
Industrial
House.
farmed. Yeah.
So let me see.
Okay.
Crack on your knuckle.
Mine popped a little. Careful, guys.
Yeah. So ready, guys?
Yeah.
We're gonna
Here we go.
just right out the shell, huh?
Yeah. Are we gonna a toast?
We're doing a
Yes.
3, 2, 1.
All right.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, really feel into the flavor of it. For me, it's Monday. For me, it's like Monday, Tuesday. But how do y'all?
That went down smooth.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
It's not bad at all.
Interesting, like coating to it.
It's like obviously the texture is the hardest thing to get down. It's like a big
In
movie.
hindsight, we would have brought napkins, but
Yeah, Lydia's grabbing us some. So I don't know how I feel about that egg.
Recording now? Okay.
Yeah. I don't think it was bad. It wasn't as bad as I
Right.
thought, and I think it just hung out in my mouth a little too long.
Yeah.
But the flavor was not bad. It just tastes like an unsalted egg. Very natural.
Yeah.
Very interesting though. Kind of like an oyster, like what I imagine, like the sliminess of an oyster or some shit like that.
glad you all enjoyed it.
Yeah, we're on round 2 over here. Except this time we can throw in a little hot sauce. We got this
yes.
Scotch bonnet and ginger sauce, which is the bomb. Alan's going first here. This is gonna be delicious, actually. This stuff makes anything taste amazing.
All right, let's get to it.
Bottoms up.
Get it.
Let's get to it. Want an egg, brewski?
How was that?
That was great.
Yeah?
Hey, Josh, would you do me the favor of pouring the hot
Yeah,
sauce?
I got you.
That hot sauce is amazing.
It's very good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really good hot sauce.
Let me sip
That's
the
all I
wine.
could taste.
Yeah, awesome.
Was
Yeah.
that hot sauce? Damn, that's good. What is that again?
The Queen Majesty
Queen
Scotch
Majesty.
bonnet and ginger sauce.
Dude.
Featured on Hot Ones.
That shit's good.
It's super tasty.
I can eat, and I'm no stranger to hot sauce.
Yeah.
Josh knows this. But as long as it's super spicy and delicious, dude, I don't care. Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
I don't care how spicy the sauce is, as long as it tastes good. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
This is good. Yeah, it's got like
This is a really, it's like almost like a curry ginger kind of flavor.
yeah.
Yeah, you'll like it. Dang, this egg's not cooperating.
Yeah, this one's
This
going back to the farm.
send them back. See if you can get a refund on this. All right, let's get
Oh, this is
you.
fucking genius, dude. I love it. Oh, wow. All right.
All right.
Wow.
Did we just invent something?
Yeah, we did, dude.
I've never seen anyone do this before.
What do you think? Pretty good? Yeah.
That
Let me
sauce,
grab you guys some napkins. One
that
second.
sauce is killer, man.
What the hell? I think we just invented something.
Yeah, right? Like, this sauce is just good by itself.
Wow. That is fucking delicious, dude.
Oh, it's interesting. This is what this sauce says on the back. Great with soups,
Eggs.
rice dishes, eggs,
Oh my god.
dips, sandwiches, and also on it, everything else.
Now I feel like I need to have one more.
Raw egg and a hot sauce, dude.
I feel like I pussed out.
That's so insane how good that is. It's weird. And it's because of that hot sauce, though, because, like, it's so good.
That's amazing, dude. Raw eggs and hot sauce only on our podcast.
Because I'm not going to lie, like, the first egg, like...
I'll do one more.
That's just good, dude. Wow.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. Like, the first egg didn't have, like, a flavor for me, because it just kind of went down.
Right.
Like, it just very smoothly, like, went down. I was like, okay, that's interesting. Like, that's an interesting
experience, yeah.
texture. Like, it's so smooth, and, like, you could feel it, like...
Yeah. You gotta pop it.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, it's very weird. Like I didn't get a chance to like Gomez. I guess yours was cracked already.
Yeah,
it kind of like the flavor was released.
Yeah. I kind of didn't want it to be cracked. I want to, I want to get that full little bubble there.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
We're in business here. Hang on.
there we go. Boom.
There we go.
That's it.
Nice. That's awesome. We definitely invented something here.
The honors. Oh man.
Only on our podcast, man.
I guess people eat worse. Bottoms up.
Yeah.
Raw eggs and hot sauce. That's lit.
Pretty good.
Right? That's good, dude. What the heck?
Yeah, this hot sauce is pretty magical.
That's a freaking delicacy, dude.
And that one actually did burst in my mouth. That was a weird.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Is this one mine?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that one's yours. I'm done with mine. Ugh. So that was definitely interesting.
Yeah. Where do we go from here?
Yeah, I know. Once you eat an egg raw, not much left you can do.
Not just one, but I think
Yeah.
we've all had. Well, you had 3, I think.
Yeah. Well, I think that this is a good place to conclude this. I know that we've gone on some really deep things here, but we could go talking for hours and hours. So
Yeah.
I mean, if our listeners are interested,
Yeah. I guess
Maybe
we should
touch
end
us.
it on what we
yeah.
talked about
So
before.
we do another thing.
play
So
a song and
we Alex is such an interesting person. Not only does he eat raw eggs, but he sings some Sinatra.
Sinatra.
He sings, yeah. He's
On my free time.
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do? Do you have a song that you like?
Yes. The first song that I ever performed in front of people was Too Marvelous for Words by Frank Sinatra.
Okay.
Man, that was crazy. And you know, I've never taken singing lessons. I've only ever taught myself. And I think the experience of teaching yourself how to sing is so intimate. It's so intuitive. You have to know what your voice is. You know, instead of comparing it, because that was a challenge for me, comparing my voice to Justin Timberlake's or Prince's. You know, like finding out what your voice is a challenge. You know, but once you have an understanding of what your voice is,
Right.
then you just feel more comfortable, you know, with your singing ability. And for me, it literally
true,
started.
yeah.
It started with humming, and I hummed in the shower. It's like
Yeah.
some of my favorite musicians, you know, Frank Sinatra,
Yeah.
you know, John Legend, etc. People who had my similar cadence. Even Chris Martin of Coldplay. You know, I've performed Coldplay songs for people. We just have a very similar cadence. You know, so when you know that about yourself, you get a little more confident, you know, as you're practicing.
Yeah.
You know, and after humming, I started singing, right, by myself. And then it got to a point where I was just like, hey, like, let me see what happens if I start singing in front of, like, my mom and my brother.
Yeah.
You know, like,
then you
will
pop
they-
a few eggs, and before you know it, dude, that shit's just flowing.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You're performing at Madison Garden, boy.
Well, he's got his eggs in him.
Okay. What was
And,
the song?
do you know the lyrics
Too
by heart?
Marvelous for what?
I'll look at them.
You need to look him up. Yeah. Look him up. Look him up.
You found the
pretty
instrumental of it?
I did. I found a karaoke version here.
Interesting.
So
Okay.
we're gonna close out this
Yeah.
episode
This
here.
is the only way to close out.
Yeah, I think it's a good way. And you know, this is just skimming the surface of what we're going to discuss on this podcast, and you know, it's only going to get weirder from here. That's for sure.
absolutely.
Eating eggs and singing Sinatra, and you know, I mean, we talked about a lot of good stuff today. So
We're just getting started.
yeah, let me know when you have those lyrics. You can even detach that if you want. Let's
All
make
right.
this a performance here.
Oh yeah, hold it. Yeah. There we
Keep
go.
the logo behind you there. Yeah.
All right, awesome.
Yeah.
And man, there is a plethora of music that I would love to perform for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Alex Cuadrado's greatest hits.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Yeah, from egg to last. You are the egg of my eye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Without further ado,
Yeah. Let's let the man do it.
Too Marvelous for Words by Frank Sinatra.
You're just too marvelous for words, like glorious, glamorous, and that old standby amorous. It's all too wonderful. I'll never find the words that say enough, tell enough. I mean, they just aren't swell enough. You're much too much, and just too very, very to ever be in
Webster's dictionary. And so I'm borrowing a love song from the birds to tell you that you're marvelous, too marvelous for words.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us on our first podcast. We'll tell you the name of it later.
We don't know.
It's a work in progress.
But thank you for tuning in, and we hope to see y'all in the future. Sing us out, Alex. Oh, no lyrics on here. It's just a break.
It has been a blast.
Good night, everyone.
Later.
3, 2.
You're much, too much, and just too very, very to ever be in Webster's dictionary.